Bear to You by Sylvie Dei, Chapter 5, Part 1. Before listening, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Thank you. I had a vicious hangover on Saturday morning, and figured it was no less than I deserved. As much as I'd resented Gideon's insistence on negotiating sex with as much passion as he would a merger, in the end I'd negotiated in kind. Because I wanted him enough to take a calculated risk and break my own rules. I took comfort in knowing he was breaking some of his own, too. After a long, hot shower, I made my way into the living room and found Carrie on the couch with his netbook, looking fresh and alert, smelling coffee. In the kitchen, I headed there and filled the biggest mug I could find. "Morning, sunshine," Carrie called out, with my much-needed dose of caffeine wrapped between both palms. I joined him on the couch. He pointed at a box on the end table. "That came for you while you were in the shower." I set my mug on the coffee table and picked up the box. It was wrapped with brown paper and twine, and had my name handwritten diagonally across the top with a decorative calligraphic flourish. Inside was an amber glass bottle with "Hangover Cure" painted on it in a white old-fashioned font and a note tied with raffia to the bottle's neck that said, "Drink me." Gideon's business card was nestled in the cushioning tissue paper. As I studied the gift, I found it very apt. Since meeting Gideon, I'd felt like I'd fallen down the rabbit hole into a fascinating and seductive world, where few of the known rules applied. I was in uncharted territory that was both exciting and scary. I glanced at Carrie, who eyed the bottle dubiously. "Cheers." I pried the cork out and drank the contents without thinking twice about it. It tasted like sickly sweet cough syrup. My stomach quivered in distaste for a moment, and then heated. I wiped my mouth with the back of my hand and shoved the cork back into the empty bottle. "What was that?" Carrie asked. "From the burn. It's hair of the dog." His nose wrinkled. "Effective but unpleasant. And it was working." I already felt a little steadier. Carrie picked up the box and dug out Gideon's card. He flipped it over, then held it out to me. On the back, Gideon had written, "Call me," in bold, slashing penmanship, and jotted down a number. I took the card, curling my hand around it. His gift was proof that he was thinking about me. His tenacity and focus was seductive and flattering. There was no denying I was in trouble where Gideon was concerned. I craved the way I felt when he touched me, and I loved the way he responded when I touched him back. When I tried to think of what I wouldn't agree to do to have his hands on me again, I couldn't come up with much. When Carrie tried to hand me the phone, I shook my head. Not yet. I need a clear head when dealing with him, and I'm still fuzzy. "You two seemed cozy last night." "He's definitely into you." "I'm definitely into him." Curling into the corner of the couch, I pressed my cheek into the cushion and hugged my legs to my chest. "We're going to hang out, get to know each other, have casual but physically intense sex, and be otherwise completely independent. No strings, no expectations, no responsibilities." Carrie hit a button on his netbook and the printer on the other side of the room started spitting out pages. Then he snapped the computer closed, set it on the coffee table, and gave me all his attention. "Maybe it'll turn into something serious." "Maybe not," I scoffed. Cynic. "I'm not looking for happily ever after, Carrie. Especially not with a mega mogul like Cross. I've seen what it's like for my mom being connected to powerful men. It's a full-time job with a part-time companion. Money keeps mom happy, but it wouldn't be enough for me." My dad had loved my mom. He'd asked her to marry him and share his life. She'd turned him down because he didn't have the hefty portfolio and sizable bank account she required in a husband. Love wasn't a requisite for marriage in Monica Stanton's opinion, and since her sultry, eyed, breathy voiced beauty was irresistible to most men, she'd never had to settle for less than whatever she wanted. Unfortunately, she hadn't wanted my dad for the long haul.